Hey everybody, welcome back to our finale of this Rough Magic, our City of Mist game here on the Heroes Without Limits channel. My name is Anna. I use she, they pronouns. You may also know me as Nymeria on the internet, and I am super excited to see what our fantastic, wonderful, mythological player characters get up to as they delve a little bit deeper into the realm of dreams and nightmares. Before I have the players introduce themselves and tell us about their characters, I wanted to do a little shout out. We are actually one follower away from reaching 500 followers on this Twitch channel. So if you have not followed us yet, make sure to click the little heart button that's underneath the video screen right now. It gives you the little pop-up notification when we go live so that if you're able to watch live, you don't miss any of the shows. So yeah, give us a follow if you haven't already. And now let's go around and we'll begin with Doc Rimbo. How are you
That's
doing
me,
today?
the Doc Rimbo. The Doc Rimbo. Hey, it's me. I'm Doc Rimbo or Justin. And what shall I say? Share? Shall I talk about Isaac?
Yeah, how's
He
Isaac doing these
he's
days?
not well right now. Not great. Right now, he is trapped in some sort of parallel dream universe, and he is oh gosh, confused, and he is his self-esteem is in the toilet, and it's all bad news for him. So not great, but he's still got his green polo shirt on, and that's what matters. There are
Yes.
also two small German children fighting inside him.
Yes, our Hansel and Gretel mythos.
That too.
Indeed. And Emery, how you doing? How's Mirka doing?
Mirka and I are great. Mirka is the only person who is just kind of rolling with this right now. Because so many weird things have happened to her recently. Why not this, I guess? She is only very recently discovered her mythos anyways. So this is just par for the course. You know, she's discovered that weird shit happens and weird shit's happening. So that's where we're at.
Very much so. And Ace, how about yourself? How are you and Robin doing on finale day?
I'm great. Robin, not so much, but it's fine. He'll get over it. Hello, I'm Ace. I use he him pronouns. I am playing Robin, who also uses he him or them. Currently he is not doing super great. I epically failed that mythos save, but you know, the I don't know. I don't have much to say about the fact that he is dealing with kind of in a weird like transforming into a werewolf sort of thing right now, but it's fine. We're gonna get over it. We're gonna get better. We're gonna
That's the spirit.
For
yeah.
sure.
I'm optimistic. He's not so much. I think it'll be fine though.
No, nothing like having your full-on werewolf transformation happen to you in a place called the Land of Dreams and
It's
Nightmares.
just embarrassing. It's
Yeah,
embarrassing
it's-
when it happens.
right in front of
my.
right in front of like my kind of coworker, kind of not coworker. Like this is embarrassing.
That's true. That's true.
And Nancy.
Oh
Right,
yes,
Nancy.
and you are with
Nancy.
Nancy. Yes, we will get to her. Oh man, I cannot wait for y'all to see what Nancy has in store. What Nancy has in store in this world. But anyways, a quick recap on the off chance that you missed our last episode. We began last time with our wonderful employees, volunteers, and otherwise friends of the queue picking up their flyer to go meet with Dean Prosper of Prosper Industries, who has promised to meet with the group as part of their attempts to save the queue from destruction and gentrification. When they arrived at his boardroom table, they were instead met by Stephanie and Tiffany, the two horse girls, who can literally transform into horses with flaming tails, manes, and hooves. So that's pretty cool. They were able to vanquish them in single combat of reminding them that they were just unpaid interns getting paid in experience, and through the magic of a little corporate espionage and some very delicious hot chocolates, convinced them to give up some information, which was that Prosper had been asking them to deliver packages to a certain person named Angus. So Finishing up with Stephanie and Tiffany, the group then made their way towards the post office because that's where you go. And when you need to deliver packages, we had a fun little PSA about absentee ballots. Yes, and voting, which is very important. So let this be your reminder as you're watching your City of Myths recap to make sure that you get it mailed early or go to your polling place early so that your vote counts. So they went to the post office, found a entire lobby full of unconscious people that appeared to be asleep, dreaming, something like that. And then they encountered Nancy, who was just this hardworking postal employee who was doing her best, and she knew the place where they were gonna go to deliver this package to Mr. Angus. She took them to the place where the package was supposed to go and ended up opening a portal in one of the back rooms of the post office into the aforementioned Land of Dreams and Nightmares. When they all had climbed into the portal, realized that the dream world was pushing them to lean more into their own mythoses. As they have all said before, Mirka was the only one that was still able to keep more of a hold on her human side or her mundane side, things like that. Everybody else was a little bit pushed more in that mythos direction. They saw that Nancy, because she used to be a brownie as well and also has a mythos, had transformed and was riding on the back of a giant white bull. And at the point where they were approaching Angus, they had heard Dean Prosper's voice as if coming from an intercom directly into their brains. Well, it looks like that my dear little interns were not enough to stop you. But let's see. You still have some time to get to Angus before I do. I can't imagine that you'll be very successful because he has promised the Dream Binder to me.
This, can you hear, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
And you
Is
see,
this a one-way?
when you say hear you, can you hear us? You hear it almost as though he's whispering right there in your ear, and he's like, "Oh yes, I can hear and see everything." And you turn around as you okay, and you see this very sort of like stockily built man with like jet black hair and a goatee that's starting to go a little bit salt and peppery in patches. He's wearing this like immaculately tailored double-breasted gray suit with a blue tie. He's the kind of person that, you know, is trying to lean into the whole power suit sort of thing to project this image of being very in control of whatever room he's in. And in his right hand, huh?
How long is his tie?
It's just like, you know, belly button length.
Oh. Okay, all right.
But it's tucked into the jacket, so you know you'd assume that it's about that.
But I can't see the bottom of it. Like
no,
okay, all right.
No. And he, in his right hand, is holding an intricately carved wooden staff.
So it looks like we beat your interns, but here's your full staff.
He laughs really a little bit at this.
As long as we're talking about wordplay, when you say Dream Binder, do you literally mean like a folder?
Binder?
You're not going to tell us, are you?
Office supplies binder. Oh, ridiculous. No, this sort of thing you can't just get from an Office Depot. This is a powerful artifact that is capable of control.
Oh no, we won.
Oh.
Controlling the waking and sleeping of all of people.
You froze. You're back.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back.
It was
What was the last thing you heard?
Capable of controlling something.
Capable of controlling the waking and sleeping hours of everyone in this city. And Angus has promised it to me.
Ah, I see. Why? I mean, what's in it for Angus?
And at this point, Nancy kind of leans over a little bit from the white bull that she is riding. She's like, you know, Angus is kind of the person that, well, he creates dreams and they come from him. I'm assuming that he probably is wanting some more control over the people in the world out there with this. And Prosper is like, after a manner of speaking, yes.
See the gears
But the
turning in
reason
Isaac's
why-
head.
Yeah. I want this because I want the people of Prosper City to follow their dreams. Dreams are powerful things. They have the ability to propel us forward to action and change, and it would be a shame to let all of that untapped potential go to waste.
But I mean, along with good dreams, you get bad dreams. You've got, I mean, it could be Ace, or I mean, Robin, Mac, you want to weigh in here? I don't know. I mean, it seems like he's willing to have a conversation. So,
See, the thing is that Robin is super not wanting a conversation right now, and is basically like this close to just attacking Dean Prosper, even though he probably won't go anywhere. But he is very much looking like one wrong move and he might go do that. He just kind of gives you a look.
So okay, Robin looks
Yeah.
angry. Mac,
Yeah.
how about you?
How about a compromise? How about we just create some chaos, fuck some shit up, and go from there? We don't have to attack him. Let's just fuck some shit
Just
up.
break things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, just for my own sake, just because I like to know the whole story. You know, the beginning and the middle and the. So you want him to have. No, you want the dream binder, and so everybody's dreaming, and then use the power of dreams, like something like that.
More or
I'm
less.
not the smartest guy.
You're trying to get him to reveal some of his plot to you. Let's have that be a, what is the name of this type of role? Let's make it a convince role.
Okay.
You are trying to get him to explain things to you here.
Now, as someone who exists also in the material world, can I use my child actor and instilling familiarity and pity in this role?
Yes.
It feels like I can manipulate the bit.
Yes,
right?
you can manipulate with that. You can't use the child actor thing with people under a certain age now, as you found out with Stephanie and
but
Tiffany.
he's older,
they
right?
just don't know. But he's he's older
Okay.
than you are. So
All right, so that's a -1. Here's my convince then.
okay.
I really
7.
hope you can get this to work.
A 7.
Okay. Choose a relevant status. Your target can choose to take the status or give in a little but protect their agenda. So you can either give him a status, just one, or get him to give you some information.
I want
You
to
can ask him one question.
I want information, right? So the question would be gosh, I really want to know specifically like what he did to convince Angus to do this, but we may have already sort of gotten that from Nancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did he do to convince Angus?
Right. How is Angus in
Why-
his pocket here?
By buying up all of the sites along the ley lines, of course.
Gotcha.
Your friend, the civil engineer, figured that one out very quickly.
Oh, I miss them.
Yes.
Yeah, we all miss them. Nancy, Tommy's great. Nancy, you should meet Tommy.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely have to
Okay,
do
great.
that when this is all over. But you're saying that you bought up all of these properties around the city so that you could just charge up ley lines. Is that right? Yes. Allow Angus to come back into the world and have some free reign over people's dreams and nightmares for a change.
I gotcha. I
He's been
gotcha.
sleeping for a very long time and he wants to awaken.
That sounds dangerous.
So, can we work out a compromise here? Can you charge up the ley lines without taking the building?
That doesn't seem like a great thing to encourage, regardless of whether or
It
not the
also
queue is
I'm
at
just here to
risk
save
here.
the queue. I'm just
It
here to
also
save the
seems
queue.
like we're past real estate management. Like
I'm afraid.
Just a tiny bit.
Like
I'm
we'll save the
afraid
queue
that-
one way or the other.
Oh, I'm afraid that what's done is done. See, yours was the last piece of the puzzle to slot into place. And now it's time. And you feel this sort of whooshing of air, almost like it's coming from off of the ocean, like a really stiff, strong sea breeze. And now it's time to follow your dreams. He holds up the staff in two hands and sit on the ground, and it suddenly begins to crackle with this glowing, like blue lightning colored type thing. Different runes and glyphs and carvings all around it light up, and I'm going to need all of you to please give me a face danger roll to resist his follow your dreams.
I don't think I have anything that would apply to this. Here I go. 4.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
You guys.
Well, this was a
Oh.
fun campaign.
I'm scared to roll. Okay.
We're counting on you.
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay. I'm gonna. I think that I could probably get away with.
That's not the worst, but it's not great.
Oh my god.
This is brilliant. Okay, so we rolled 3 misses here, and he said to follow your dreams. So we're gonna go ahead and do this one by one. Isaac.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything around you is suddenly enveloped in these towering dark trees, like a very old forest, the kind of forest that parents warn their children not to go into alone. And you sit, as you're walking through the forest, when you suddenly realize that you've split into not Isaac anymore, but 2 separate little children, a girl and a boy. They're holding hands as they walk through the forest, doing that thing that kids do where like they try to be brave for each other, try to reassure each other of this sort of thing when danger is near. They're not doing a very good job of it. And they hear in the back of their mind this little cackle. You turn around and see out of the corner of your eye that witch that tried to cook your brother so long ago, and you start running. Mirka, you're at a party. It's the same crowd that before your accident, before you started making some of those changes to take some measure of control back over your life. It was the same crowd that you used to hang out with a lot of times on the weekends. You see everything that used to control so much of your life, all there available. There are drinks flowing. There are a couple people smoking on the couch. And somebody passes you a cup that is full of alcohol. What do you do?
Does it still look like alcohol when I take a hold of it?
Mm-hmm. It looks like a very kind of dark red wine. The smell is overwhelmingly enticing.
I'll drink it.
And you feel as you swallow and the just tannins go over your tongue for the first time since you discovered your mythos, that the buzz of it is actually going to your head a little bit. You're beginning to feel the effects of the drink in a way that you haven't since your Dionysus mythos came out for the first time. And Robin, fully transformed into your werewolf form, you see standing before you the figure of Morgan, your ex, who is just looking at you with this look of absolute agony in her eyes. Is like, I know that leading into this was something that you would have to do at some point. But I wish that you would have just told me. We could have stuck around and talked about this instead of just closing off and running away. And you see as she's just starting to cry, her shoulders shaking a bit silently in front of you, that dropping off of her fingertips are these dark black feathers. She has mentioned her mythos to you before, and you recognize this as one of the telltale signs of that rage that she's able to channel sometimes because of her mythos. Robin, because you are already fully transformed, you can currently not use any of your Logos tags unless and until there's something that y'all can do to change the state of the world. The rest of you are going to take a -2 status, and we're going to call that the mythic allure. So you have a -2 to your rolls when you're trying to go do things that are not in keeping with your mythos as the dream begins to take over. What do you do?
First of all, ow. Second of all, how dare you? Oh God, I don't know what to do. Or let somebody else go.
Okay. I think that the two little German Isaacs, are we all fully transformed at this point? I mean, is there any part of Isaac left?
A small part, yes.
Okay.
I think the only person that is really full on leaned into mythos right now is Robin, and that was because they failed both of the keep it together or both of the face dangers. I'm getting my PBTA things crossed in my brain. Face danger. So there's
Gotcha.
a bit of Isaac there, but the mythos wants to come out badly. It's going to be difficult for you to do things that are not in line with those characters inside of you.
If the mythos wants to come out that badly, Isaac wants to get out too. So instead of just letting the mythos out, Isaac is going to use his Trail of Crumbs ability and try to track the mythos's desire to the outer world, right? Because he can see the ties between what people want most in the world and where it is physically.
Okay, so
does that make sense?
I think so. Let me just.
This is some weird City of Mist stuff I'm working with.
Yeah, no,
right
this
now,
is great. I just
right?
want to make sure that I'm understanding it correctly.
Like,
so
I think
go ahead.
what Hansel and Gretel want right now in this situation isn't to get back to home, it's to get out, right? And so I think it makes sense that they would use that ability they have to see those lines that tie people to the things they care about most, which for them is an exit.
Okay, so for them is an exit, and you are trying to see what that could be tied to in
Yeah.
the real world, or
if there's a doorway or gateway within this world,
okay,
you know, or something that will help them get there.
So the sort of Gretel-esque avatar child leans over into her brother's ear and whispers into her brother's ear.
German accent, please.
Do you remember how we got out of this the last time? We had to put the witch in the oven.
He says, yeah, we must make a cooked witch.
And she just looks out of the corner of her eye over at Dean Prosper, who is still holding the staff. And then she looks back at you.
What do you say we get the oven preheated? Yeah. And then I think basically that's probably his move this round, right? Their move this round.
It. Mm-hmm.
And so what he's planning on doing next is to use this ability that they have called Cage of Fire to sort of create a fire cube around Dean Prosper, which will be very
go for it. Go ahead and roll for that.
Great. So this is Cage of Fire. So I'm using that. I'm feeling very merciless right now. When Isaac or the twins get into it, they're merciless. And also it doesn't hurt him at all. So can I add resist flame to that?
Yes.
Okay. So that now is
so you would roll go toe to toe.
-2. Okay, go to toe to toe. Here we go. It's gonna be a -2. Dang it.
Can inflict one of the MC moves. Okay. Okay. So let's see. All right. So the hard move that I'm going to do here is you are still trying to hold on a little bit to the way that Isaac solves these problems, the way that he approaches this type of thing in the real world. Yeah, exactly. So you hesitate for a second when it comes time to, cast this Cage of Fire. And instead of having it encase Prosper, it encases the Gretel character, your sister, instead.
Oh, 9.
So you are down a Gretel, part of your mythos. Mirka or Robin, what do you do?
I'm gonna create some chaos. I'm a little bit drunk, right? All right. Yep. I'm gonna just start messing some stuff up.
Do you have anything with your mythos that kicks in if you are drunk?
My mythos is supposed to counteract poison, so I've never really...
Okay, so I think how we might do this, you are leaning into it a bit. Go ahead and take like a +1 drunk status, because you are, this doesn't work the same way that it does in the real world. When you're going along with Dionysus in a dream world, you overcome just the, poison resistance. And this is something that is actually empowering to this character.
Awesome.
So you can take a +1 status for that, as long as the effects are still going.
So I am going to use my paint thinners and such that's in my art tools and just try and burn the staff and anything else that might be in my way. I'm just gonna start messing stuff up.
Ooh, that's interesting. All right, go ahead and roll me a go toe to toe. Trying to burn the staff.
All right, I'm going to use, obviously, artist tools tag. And go toe to toe.
Ooh, a miss. Can invoke an MC move. Let's see.
Guys, we're doing
They're not
great.
rolling well tonight, y'all.
I think
We are doing so good.
as you are trying to catch this staff on fire, Prosper actually has a power that he's going to use to counteract that. He's going to use the Drown My Book power and basically, like, despite the fact that you don't see an ocean of water, you felt that sea breeze that was coming in and blowing on you when he appeared. And he almost like waterbend conjures up an entire just ball of seawater and crashes it like a wave over the fire that you have tried to set on this staff. So I'm gonna have him, let's see. I'm gonna have you face danger for that to see how, if you're able to get out of the way or withstand the blow. And it's a miss. Oh my goodness, these dice are super cursed. You take the full status, so you are going to take a -1 knocked down status because this is very similar to having like an ocean wave crash over you. So
Come on,
you have,
not my
you have
hair,
been knocked
dude.
down. And he turns and looks over towards you, Mirka, and is just like, I told you, it's important that you stop fighting it. Follow your dreams, and if you won't, I will see to it that the rest of this city does. And he is going to begin chanting this sort of incantation where it looks like he is trying to open up a portal back into y'all's world. It's going to take him some time. So I have a, mechanically speaking, wee little countdown timer thing here that I'm doing.
Oh, how
I'm
fun.
just gonna yell, fine. I'll lean into it. And I'll start leaning into my mythos.
Ooh, okay. Robin, what are you doing in all of this?
The issue is that I don't want to attack him, but that's kind of like the whole thing regarding my mythos. So I am going to attack him. And oh boy, I don't know how exactly I'm gonna do that. I think it would make sense for me to just kind of try and tackle him to the ground. Probably
Good old fashioned werewolf grapple. I love it.
Yeah, I don't want to, but unfortunately, very.
Yeah, go ahead and go toe to toe.
All right, awesome. We're gonna do that, and good news is I've got quite a few power attacks that I can add to that. So let's see, this one, and I cannot use that one, so it's gonna be plus 3. All right. Not a fail.
Okay. So choose one. You can achieve your goal, so you would be able to werewolf grapple him, get him good, and give him a status of 3 of something. And then the last one doesn't really apply.
Yeah. I think I'll just achieve my goal.
Okay, so he is going to take, I'm going to call this a -2 because he's being grappled by like a fully transformed werewolf at the moment. So I think that that's probably about right. Okay. Grappled. Sweet. So Mirka, you want to lean fully into your mythos in this. So I think that's this is a stop holding back. So if you are trying to use your mythos in a new and previously unseen way, describe to me what it is that you want to achieve. How are you going to use your mythos to do what it is that you want to do? And then we'll do the roll for it. This is fun.
Well, he told me to give into my dreams, and I think what Dionysus is he's a tricker, he's a chaos maker, so I'm going to lean into it, and I'm going to just go full force into the whole let's fuck some shit up around here. And first I will allow myself to do the whole shape-shifting thing I've been fighting back on.
Mm-hmm.
And make it so that I can withstand his water crap that he's throwing now. And then I'm gonna go after him.
All right, so you are going full on shapeshifter. For stop holding back, you get to roll plus your number of logos. So just make a straight roll for me plus 3. And the price, if you succeed at leaning into your mythos, is that you will be giving up some part of your like logos human side if you succeed.
So what do I roll?
Just give me a straight roll plus 3.
Okay.
Just 2d6 plus 3. Let's see. An 8. Oh, wait, no. An 11. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. On a hit, you will achieve exactly what you wanted to achieve and pay the price. So you have, in leaning very much into this tricksy, shape-shifty sort of Dionysian power, you begin to see sort of like some vines come wrap around your hands and stuff like that, like grapevines almost, that are coming to grow up out of the ground around this guy's ankles, like tethering him to one place. And he's just like, as it comes up out of the ground. And this is interesting. We'll put a pin in that to see what part of your logos that takes away. But for now, Isaac, what do you do? How do you respond?
Isaac is in the form of Hansel, is sort of like conflicted, right? Because Gretel's inside this sort of cage, and he knows that she can resist this. You know, we have that ability. And I think that his care for his sister would normally trump any sort of desire to like rearrange that, but that he is merciless, right? So he's going to try again to move that cage to capture Prospero. Not Prospero, that would be it.
Not Prospero.
Not that.
Legally distinct.
Legally distinct from Shakespeare.
Who's in the public domain, so who cares?
Right,
all right. Let's go ahead and do a... Sorry, my tabs are loading very slow. Let's do a change the game.
Okay.
Because the cage already exists. You're trying to change.
Yeah, I am trying to move it.
Whomst it's surrounding.
I would be at a -2, but I think with his sister in the cage, I'd like to invoke my weakness tag on that.
Oh, okay.
Which is, if I get this wrong, fire starts to spread recklessly.
Okay.
Around the area, so it puts everyone else in danger. I just think that makes sense because his sister is messed up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Change the game. So I'm at a -3. Here we go. A 7.
Okay. All right. All right, so you got 1 juice. You can, create a story tag, burn a tag, or give a reduce a status. I think your story tag was now he's encased in a fiery cage.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right? Sure. Okay, and so between that and these sort of grapevines that are crawling up out of the ground to ensnare them, you see him just sort of like struggling, and he's like, "What? No, no!" He is going to attempt to break free from this using all right, so he's got the staff pulled up and he just whistles, not gonna do it because microphone stuff, but the kind of thing. And you hear the pounding of hoofbeats coming closer towards you.
I immediately assume it's Nancy.
Rumbling along, and you see the fully transformed forms of Stephanie and Tiffany in their full-on nightmarish puka form come barreling back at you because he has a power tag called Horse Girls. I'm gonna need everybody here to face danger, otherwise you are going to take some damage from the Horse Girls.
Well, of course.
Gosh, all right. I'm still at like a -5 or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's a 5, which means I rolled really well, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Am I still knocked down?
Yes. Ooh, okay.
We gotta keep a tally of how many fails we've rolled versus everything else. Not looking great for us, guys.
So Isaac, as you are attempting, like really excited of like, yes, I got it, and you got the cage around him, the horse just collides with you to the side, and you are knocked backwards. So you get you can take a -1.
Knocked out of frame. Yeah, I like
-1
that.
status for being knocked down. Mirka, you are already, you had already been knocked down by that sort of water bending thing. So you are going to take a -1 trampled status, as is Robin, because while you were in the midst of grappling this guy, obviously, he's not going to send them to trample you, but he's able to, using the distraction caused by the horses, just kind of like shove kick you off of him. So the two of you have -1s, just like injuries. And he is going to, still from inside the cage, continue with his incantation. And the portal to the outside begins to grow bigger and bigger, and you begin to see several almost like zombie ghost-like creatures begin pouring out of the interior of this. You recognize them as similar to some of those horror movie monsters and villains that Nancy had corralled in the post office. So you gather that now that this portal is opening back up, they have a place to get back to, and they want to return to their home. So we now have some ghost zombie things. What do you do next?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What's Nancy doing during all this? Like, come on, Nancy.
Like, what is Nancy up to?
Kitchen.
Like, what's going on there?
Nancy is still sitting atop of the white bull that she had been riding, and as a matter of fact, would be interested in joining this fray. Nancy is going to, let's see. Hold on, she's loading. All right, Nancy is going to use her wait your turn ability that she has from being a postal worker to try and basically be like, now see here, you're not supposed to be back here until those people are done and they're ready to be awake. So you just wait right there and we'll get to you when it's your turn. So she is going to try and change the game with this.
Nancy, I love
Nancy.
you.
Nancy has an entire stat block that's based around being a postal worker. So
Love that for her.
let's see. Oh, wow. Nancy rolls a great success. Okay.
Thank you.
She is essentially doing that like critical turn undead moment as the zombie ghosts are sort of just like, and they just start kind of shuffling back to line up in single file near this portal. So I'm going to have her create the story tag of the zombies are in a line right now. So they're being dealt with. And she's going to go over to where Isaac has been knocked down and just like offer a hand to help you back up. Okay, so you can get rid of that status of being knocked down. She is able to reduce a status. All right, now we're gonna do this in a calm and orderly fashion. What do you want to do next?
Oh my god.
Right. I mean, I think it's back to me. Sure, why not? I've got that juice. Remind me what I can do with that. I can help one of my other sort of statuses or something like that.
Mm-hmm. You can use it to remove a negative status, or you can use it to create some sort of story tag. So it's like some truth about the world, change the game.
Gotcha. I would like to use it to sort of, I think last time I remember Isaac can sort of like keep those kids under control. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Meaning Hansel and Gretel.
Yes.
Right? And so I like to get rid of that mythic allure, you know?
Okay.
So, because I've got 2 levels in that, and that's like a -2 on my record or whatever. So I'm kind of feeling like, all right, you kids, like settle down, you know? So he's just he's using his Q ability to sort of like calm down Hansel and Gretel.
So you're giving yourself kind of like a positive pep talk or something like that.
I am
Tell me
proxy parenting myself.
Okay, awesome. Since you're spending juice for that, you don't need a roll for it. You are just able to get rid of that mythic allure. Everything is back in balance now. The balance between your logos and mythos has been restored.
Excellent. Yeah, that's me. I mean, I think it would take a full round for me just to sort of
that would be your
center myself. Yeah.
Fair enough. So what is the whole fire cage situation going on right now with that? How is that playing out? Like,
he's in one.
How big is that though? Like,
I think it's a personal fire cage. It's a personal pan fire cage.
Okay.
And so it is, let's say 10 by 10.
10 by 10. Okay.
But enough that he is uncomfortable and possibly being burned by it. He doesn't like it.
Okay. Okay. So, and it's like are the bars on it like very strictly defined? Like if you were to by some weird chance try and push someone or pull someone against the bars, would they be able to pass through it? Or if I wanted to, let's just say, hold someone against the bars so that they would get maximum burnage.
You could. Yes. Yeah, you absolutely could. I made it with that in mind.
I just wanted to make sure that was a hypothetical. And
it's not hypothetical at all. I definitely did it.
Okay. I would like to grab him and basically pull him against the bars of said fire cage. What would I roll for that?
Let's have you hit with all you've got, because you've got a clear shot to hit him, and Yeah, he's trapped in a cage. He can't try and get away from you. So roll hit with all you
Alright.
got. Add any power tags that you want to use.
Awesome. Awesome. I think I would probably add those 2. Please work. Oh my god, I suck.
Okay.
That is
So-
my 3rd miss. And oh my god, I'm really doing great tonight, guys.
It
Roll
happens.
20 is
We're not
not on
mad.
our side today.
It really
happens.
isn't.
As you go reach through the bars of this fire cage and you were trying to, grab him by like the lapels of his suit to pull him against this, the second that you have like pulled him against the thing and you hear that sizzle of like heat contacting with human flesh, he opens his mouth to scream, but out of the mouth comes Morgan's voice. And then you blink for a second and you realize you're pushing Morgan against this burning fire cage. And she is hollering. She is screaming. She is in pain.
Yeah, I can't do that. I let go. What a low
And
blow.
she just falls backwards onto the ground and is like sobbing inside of this cage.
Fuck. Oh god, I feel very bad about this.
Do I see it as Morgan or do I see it as the guy that we thought it was?
As Prosper, yeah. You see it as Prosper. You have gone fully in your like in the zone mode of embracing the tricksteriness of Dionysus. So you can tell this is an illusion, but it is a very powerful one.
The thing is, honestly, is like that definitely freaks Robin out to the point where he would probably be like, I don't know, I feel like that anger and all that rage would dial back a little bit in this kind of like, oh shit, I just fucked up moment, and would probably honestly try to like help up Morgan and be like, are you okay? What have I done? Like, what, like, this is a huge mistake that I have made. I did not want to hurt you of all people. Like, I feel like a lot of that like rage and stuff would subside a lot, but
Soft baby.
he's a soft boy,
Soft.
but I don't know how that would like
Yeah.
I don't know how that would like impact him, but yeah.
Mirka, what were you gonna do? We'll resolve
I'm gonna
that
throw paint
first, and
thinner on
then-
him.
Yeah.
I'm all about this whole paint thinner thing tonight.
Oh my
I'm gonna make him more flammable.
Okay. All right. That's gonna be a change the game. Putting a flammable guy inside of a fiery cage.
It's not good.
Wow, great success. Awesome. So you get to spend your juice. What would you like to make true here? Or would
All right,
you
so
like to
first
give
of
him a
all,
status?
I want to add a tag to him that says flammable.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to, how many juice do I get total?
2.
All right, then I'll use the other one to take away my trampled status.
Nice. So he is now flammable. Oh wait, not Nancy. Nancy's not flammable. I clicked the wrong person.
Nancy's inflammable.
Nancy's unflappable.
Nancy's unflappable, inflammable, and fire retardant. Yeah.
There's a lot going on there. It's fine.
Nancy has a lot going on.
Wink.
All right, so you have gotten rid of your trampled status and made him become more flammable, at which point Nancy is going to pull out one of her you know those like moving packing tape things, like tape on a wheel that you use
I know
when
those
you're
all
trying
too
to...
well.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. That's true.
I just moved,
And she is going to take this out and start heading towards our two horse girls, and just be like, "All right, it's about time the two of you stopped bothering people like this." And she is going to use, if it fits at ships, to try and tie them up. Tie them up in postal tape.
I'd like to take a quick moment here while she tries that to tell everyone at home that Anna's the best. And
I promise this isn't sponsored by the post office. I just really wanted to make a postal worker lean into that because
yeah, it's working. I'm here for it.
Oh, that's really good.
Let's see. That's she's going toe to toe because this is kind of an attack. Oh, Nancy, she misses. Oh man, that means I need to hurt Nancy.
No.
I'm gonna hurt Nancy by invoking the when they ask you if you want to package up things, if you have like live animals, liquid, fragile, perishable, and then she just realizes, wait, what am I doing?
Live
I
animals.
can't tape horses together, and so she just sort of thinks it's a great idea, and then suddenly remembers can't mail horses.
You can't mail horses.
You cannot.
Why not?
So we have got a paint thinner covered chanting man in a business suit here. Some horses that are weirdly distracted by a postal worker, and a single file line of undead ghost zombies lining up near a widening portal back to the post office.
They're being polite.
Yes. Take a number. What do y'all do?
I'm in a weird spot because I am actively trying to help Dean Prosper back to his feet. But I feel like in the, I don't know how to like convey what I'm trying to say, but like in this moment of like clarity, like, oh God, I really just hurt Morgan, someone who I very much care about. I feel like it would kind of help him like be less like blind rage, anger kind of mindset, and would kind of like help him be a little bit more aware of his surroundings. I'm not sure if with that I would be able to tell that this isn't that this is like an illusion or what exactly, but I don't know. I feel like he's not as ready to go for it as he was a second ago.
Okay, so you're kind of trying to keep it together a little bit, get yourself back under, like calm yourself down. Is that what you're going for here?
I guess, yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll me a face danger for that to see if you're able to shake off the horror of thinking that you've just burned somebody badly that you really care about.
Okay, and I don't think I would.
Can I help him out by telling him it's an illusion by just like yelling that at him?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Awesome. Would I add anything to that if I'm being helped, or would I just
plus
like,
one. Mm-hmm.
Plus one? Okay. Thank you very much,
because Mirka knows that it is. So, oh wow.
Finally, what's up?
Where it counts. So describe what's going through Robin's mind as he's beginning to realize, like, peer through the dream of it.
So, yes, sorry, I'm very excited that I just got a great
success.
No,
you be excited. It is exciting.
I needed this, but Robin has this like moment of like sheer panic as Morgan screams and like immediately lets go and is just like, his hands are shaking, his brain is like cluttered with thoughts like, oh God, what have I just done? And with that, all of that like rage and anger kind of subsides and turns to the sadness, like, I just hurt someone that I care about very badly, and is like kind of looking at his hands and like kind of looking around at the situation, and is mainly like also kind of looking at Morgan because he's like, are you hurt? What do I need to do to like fix this? And then here's and then hears Mirka yell that this isn't real, and kind of like takes a second in this like muddled panic and just kind of like looks again, looking around at the situation, and realizes where he is and what's happening, and realizes that this is not Morgan. And then he goes back to being really angry, but angry at Dean Prosper. And the second he gets a chance, he is going to try to attack him again, knowing that this is Dean Prosper and that son of a bitch is going down.
Go for it.
We're trying to pull that shit.
That sounds like hit with all you got.
All right.
I mean, he's still in the fire cage, and you know that he's fucking with your brain, so that's a clear shot for sure.
Yeah, so this is going to... Please. Okay, it's a mild success. It's not a fail. Yes.
All right, so you get to choose what status you're giving him. A status of 3.
Ooh.
And then one of those below.
Okay. I think the one that I would want to pick is get them good.
Okay.
And status probably be like burned or something along those lines, because it is fire.
Yes, it is fire. There's so much fire here. I feel like somewhere Tommy is probably freaking out about how we're going to have to teach the brownies fire safety next, because
That's next week.
Yeah, right? Next week on. Okay.
Should have a Christmas
fire.
special, a holiday special, a very brownie fire safety holiday
I
special.
feel like with all
that's
those
cute.
brownies making bridges that they then catch on fire, we've already covered fire safety, but we can do it again.
They dip.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I bet
That's
we have
a good
to do
point.
it every week.
Yeah.
So he is beginning to catch fire after being covered in this in all of this flame, and I'll say that as he's panicking and just like trying to put out the fire that is on him, he drops the staff. He drops the dream binder, and you see the little ghost zombies that so politely lined up single file beginning to slowly crumble into ash and blow away in that sea wind that is coming around. What do you do next, Isaac or Mirka?
I spin around at I'm assuming that, does it look like I could turn up the heat on this oven to hurt him even more, or is he basically going the way of the dodo?
Yeah, no, you can go for it. Are you hitting with all you got?
Yeah.
Sure sounds like it to me. Okay, you're literally gonna try to cook this guy. Jeez.
Well, here's the thing: is I've got that tag of being merciless when this gets going.
Yes.
You know,
Hansel and Gretel, it's true.
I'm shoving this witch in the oven, right?
Uh-huh.
So I am going to do that with a cage of fire and merciless pumped up. And I think he's going to point at Dean Prosper and just sort of say, I don't know what he says. He says, 500 degrees, in a great German accent, not a bad one. A 10.
Good. Oh, awesome. Okay.
I said it on broil, yeah.
Oh gosh, a smoke alarm goes off. No, I'm just
somewhere
a smoke alarm is going off. All right. So you get to give him a status. Let's add 2 basically to his fire.
Sure.
And then you get to choose 2 of those advantages things down below there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so there was 2, the status is 2 more to fire, right? I think I get them good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to have to say, like, it's got to be I control the collateral damage. It's taking everything just to keep it from spreading the fire.
From torching other people.
Yeah,
okay,
and I know that doesn't really give us a great advantage, but it's just true to the story that I'm taking all of my concentration to keep this from getting out of control.
Okay, and as he just begins to squirm and writhe and screech at very much like that witch in the oven all those years ago when you were two little German children.
Music to my ears. Yeah.
Fully lets go of the staff that he has been holding, and it begins to roll away and out of the cage.
Yeah.
Towards the portal.
There's a staff. I mean, there's a staff.
Which is still growing.
I'm gonna grab the staff and break it.
Ooh. Ooh. All right.
Good luck.
Let's do a change the game, and we'll see what happens next. Okay. It was a miss, which means I get to invoke one of my moves. Huh. You go to break the staff. And right around the time that you would hear, wood splintering, crunching, and stuff like that, you instead, you look down at it and you notice something strange about one of the carvings. It weirdly looks like a map of the city with different little glowing lines that are connecting all of the locations that Prosper had bought up. There is one last spot that hasn't quite lit up yet. That would correspond with the Q, which appears as though it is beginning to melt into the ground. So the staff is still intact. The sorcerer is inside of a broiling oven cage. But you gather that something else needs to be done in order to stop this bleed between the land of dreams and nightmares and the waking world. And that, my friends, is where we are going to take a very quick break, stretch our legs, grab some water, hydrate, take your meds, do all that good stuff. And we will be right back with the conclusion of our epic finale. See you in a few minutes.
Waving.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed your quick little break there after our heroes were successfully able to prevent Prosper from opening the portal to unleash the world of dreams and nightmares on the good people unsuspecting of Prosper City. They had picked up his staff and discovered a magical ley line map of the city engraved into the wood, including a very troubling glyph of their beloved Q Community Center appearing to melt into the ground. So with Prosper being defeated, Nancy's still sitting astride her white bull, who is just sort of giving a very suspicious side eye at Stephanie and Tiffany in horse form. What would you like to do next?
I haven't seen the staff yet. I don't know this, so I'm gonna spin around. I'm gonna walk up at Stephanie and Tiffany, and you're like, "All right, listen up. We bought you hot chocolate. I want both of you to be humans right now." Like that.
Roll convince with a +2. +1 because of the hot chocolate. +2 because they are unpaid, or plus another one because they are unpaid interns and they just saw their boss get his butt kicked by a fire cage.
Okay.
So roll convince +2.
I still got low self-esteem, but I'm faking it. All right, here we go.
Wow, Isaac. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I like that they had the tag, bought them hot chocolate. Like,
you see the
if they
horses...
didn't have low self-worth, it would have been a mild success.
Dang.
Oh gosh.
But they don't know who I am.
That's true. In horse form, they look at each other and then they look back to you, and you hear a whinny that sounds suspiciously like hot chocolate? And then they go galloping off through the portal back into the post office, completely ignoring your imploring them to turn back into humans.
Well, that's that.
It's kind of a win.
Yeah, red eliminated.
I guess.
I'm gonna call them over and show them the staff and the melting Q.
All right.
Ooh, that's not good.
I'll head over.
I think we may need to go fix something else.
Nancy comes and joins you as well for this conversation.
They wouldn't be tearing down the queue already, would they? I'm saying this in character.
They weren't supposed to be. I thought we had quite a bit more time.
Okay. Well, I mean, the other question is, what do we do? Do we go back and try to stop that, or do we find this Angus person thing being?
I think we need to see what's going on at the queue before we try to figure out what's up with Angus.
All right. Nancy.
Yeah?
To the post office.
And she sort of gestures to allow anybody that wants to, climb aboard the magical white bull.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Portal.
God.
And you find yourself back in that supply closet area with the post office. Weirdly enough, the dreams and nightmares that you had seen there previously have disappeared. The little scary children fears are gone. And you hear the stirrings of people sounding like they're just waking up, and they're like, like in the lobby outside.
Nice. Okay, everybody.
The stirrings of people getting up.
Gas leak. Everybody, gas leak.
All right. Okay. Act cool.
Gas leak.
Oh, because I'm so
gas leak.
Oh man. Wow.
I'll kick through them.
Oh wow, that was unfortunate. Let's get some fresh air, everybody.
Wow, can't believe the gas leak was so bad.
Wow, that was a gas leak and a half.
Wow.
I haven't hit my noggin that hard since the War of '93.
Oh my goodness! Wait a minute.
This one guy just really, he knows that was the worst. That was the worst darn gas leak I've ever seen.
I'd like just to hear this guy for the next hour.
I would love to talk to him. That is my new favorite.
That'll be the next campaign.
Yes.
Nancy,
Mhm.
Nancy, thanks for your help.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that and she'll make sure that y'all have the staff. This
Mhm.
isn't really the kind of thing that you want to send through the mail. You should hold
No.
on to it, but get it to Angus if you're able to, all right? He has a
Okay.
way of making himself known.
So you're okay.
Okay.
All right, good, great.
No
Nancy,
taking
all right.
any more unpaid internships, you hear?
No,
Yes, ma'am.
no. Yeah, have a great day at work.
Okay, bye now.
I love Nancy now. Like,
All right. No more
I've always loved
unpaid
Nancy.
internships. All right.
Back to the
Right.
queue.
Thank you.
All right, let's go.
Making your way back to the queue.
We're hustling, not
Yes.
running, but like speed walking, speed rolling for Mac. Like we're just like,
Speed walk,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
hustle.
Yeah.
Speed
All right.
hustling. Yeah. So you make your way back to the queue, and you've noticed that in your absence, the building has thankfully not melted into the ground, but there are some
Yay.
chain link fences that have gone up around it, and the sort
Boo.
of notice of public land use action, site supervised by construction manager so and so sign that is just going into the ground. And the lights are off in the
Mhm.
center, except for one that is Ariel's office window. You can see there is a figure sitting at her desk, kind of hunched over the computer. You can't make out any defining details or anything like that, but that is the singular light that is on in the queue.
All right.
This is moving fast.
Yeah. This is thought we had more time, but
Ugh.
all right. Let's head in.
Yep.
Is there
Come on.
like a gate, or do we have to climb the fence?
No, it's you're able to just get in easily. It's just one of
I
those
just show
like,
everybody
oh,
my polo shirt. I'm like, I work here.
right, cordon off the area, but it's not locked or anything. You're able
All
to
right.
get in there pretty easily.
All right, let's go in and figure out what's going on here. Head to Ariel's office.
Mhm.
Wait. Before we do, just had a thought, guys.
Okay.
Are we sure Ariel's on our side?
I
thought she
mean,
was.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, she did talk. Well, it was made clear to us how much she dislikes Dean.
Yeah.
But
Right? She likes the queue.
people lie. People are not always upfront. Do we believe her? Because I'm not, after everything else that's happened tonight and the way that all this has went down, I'm not sure I do.
I mean,
Also, remember, she was responsible for those drawings that came to life. That was on her.
Hmm.
you make a fair point there. Here's
Tap
the
the
thing.
crayon in my pocket.
Morgan is the one that told us about Ariel's like meeting with Dean, and I'm very much going to trust Morgan on that. But you do make a fair point about the drawings. I think we might want to be careful, but I don't know. You do make a fair point bringing that up, though.
Before we go in, I'm going to stash the staff so it can't be easily seen.
Cool.
Coat closet.
How are you stashing it? Isn't it like a big staff, or am I like?
It's like shillelagh height. It's not humongous.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
yeah.
We've already
And-
talked about the fact that I can hide just about anything.
Yeah,
All right.
Mirka's
Yep.
chair is full of hiding spots, so you're able
Awesome.
to do that pretty easily.
Oh, it's collapsible. The staff.
It's a telescoping staff.
Like one of those.
I'm just imagining like one of the folding canes where you press the button and it goes duk, 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 duk,
Yep.
and it goes up.
That's what it is.
So good.
Oh my
so
god, that's
good.
awesome.
Excellent.
Yes,
right.
we love a versatile wizard staff in this game.
So we're inside. What does it look like inside? I mean, lights are all off.
Bam.
Nobody's here, right? It's
The
closed.
lights are all off. The only thing that you see is some light coming out from under the door of Ariel's office. And what sounds a little bit like gentle snoring coming from the inside of the office as well.
Somebody's
Okay.
asleep in there.
I would like. Okay, I want to. as we approach the office, I want to check the handle to see if it's unlocked or locked.
Mm-hmm. It's unlocked.
Okay. I would like to like slam open the door as loud as possible and scare this person awake.
Okay.
Just boom.
Very dramatic.
All right. So you slam open the door and you see spinning around suddenly in one of those swivelly desk chairs a sort of scruffy looking, apparently, maybe 14, 15-year-old boy.
Oh.
He's wearing a dirty hoodie with some holes and it's a bit raggedy. He's got this shock of bright red hair sticking out from under the hood. Oh my God. You finally brought it. Come in,
What?
come in, come in.
What?
And as you walk in, he gestures for you to sit down and you see one of those sort of office couch type things that people will have if their office is big enough. And Ariel's just like passed out asleep on the couch, snoring gently. And
is there a place to sit other than the couch, or do I have to comedically move Ariel from the couch?
I would still love it if you did that if you wanted to, but yes, there are other places to
Yep. Robin,
some
get her
chairs.
ahead. Support the neck.
There's
Support
other,
the neck.
There's other chairs. I say that.
Recovery
I want to sit on the
position.
couch. I've had a
There's
long
other
day.
chairs, Isaac. Okay, I'll move her.
And the boy
She's
says,
on the floor
don't
now."
worry.
Just awkwardly, kind of like she's like slumps over into the other side.
Sorry, boss. Sorry.
And the boy looks to her and is just like, don't worry. She won't wake until I tell her to.
Yeah, you're Angus, right?
That's me. Ever young Angus. Lord of love, music, poetry, and dreams.
Okay.
Quite a
So,
variety there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice wide range of things. Yeah, we brought it, but what do you want? I mean, I guess we know what you want. But, I mean, it's not going to happen.
Can we talk compromise?
You're all about the compromise, aren't you?
I mean, I was sent on a mission. Whatever it takes to get it done. The mission is save the queue.
Yeah.
Is there any way for you to repower your landlines as you need without tearing this building down so that we can continue our work here while you do what you need to do?
He sits, kind of just ponders that for a second. Compromise is really what I'm all about. It's kind of how I got stuck in this form for all of this time. My parents, they had a whole thing when I was little, and yeah, compromise.
Sounds like a story.
Tell you about it later, but no, the whole reason why Prosper wanted this place, the whole follow your dreams thing, kind of my idea, but it got a little bit out of control. I didn't want to hurt people. I didn't want to take away things that were important to them. But I've been so hungry and I need dreams. I need their dreams to sustain me.
Do you need a snack? I've got some. You said you were hungry.
Yeah, I love snacks.
Wait a minute. Like, so you weren't satisfied with the dreams you were getting?
No, they're just, once he took the dream binder, I mean, there just weren't very many of them coming my way anymore.
Got it.
He wanted them for his own purposes, and
well, I'm not saying we do, and I'm not saying we don't.
Yeah.
But if we have a
Hypothetically,
dream binder and we
if-
could give it back to you, is there a way to save this building so that we can continue our work here and keep training these kids up so that, they're not scared and alone as adults and unable to do what they are supposed to do, and still give you the dreams that you need to survive?
Do you need a touching story to convince you? I could tell you about Timmy.
Timmy?
It's inspirational.
Just go for it.
There's a kid, and his name is Timmy, and he doesn't fit in anywhere, even with the people who have powers living inside them. But he fits in here, and in the queue.
We've given poor Timmy a real shot. His parents are convinced he's exceptional. His friends are convinced he's weird. And here, he's found family. We've given him a real shot at this.
Yeah. Max, right?
You sure he doesn't have powers after all?
Yeah, he probably does. But we haven't
looks
found him yet.
We haven't figured it out.
Looks significantly towards the outline of the crayon in the front pocket of your polo shirt.
What, this?
I mean, he knows that thing's magical, right?
Yeah, but yeah, that's why we had to take it from him.
Fair point.
Yep. Timmy's not the villain until the next adventure.
Timmy's corruption arc. Go ahead and make me a convince roll. +2.
Who would you like to make this roll? I am still, for the record, I'm still at a -1. No.
What is that from?
I'm sorry. I'm still on low self-worth. I guess the within 12 hours thing is gone because we're out of the dream world.
Correct.
And I think I'm -1. And the lost thing is gone too because we're back out of the dream world.
Yeah, anybody that had stuff that was to do with the dream trying to pull out your mythos, now that you are back in the real world, those statuses do not apply because the dream world is no longer pulling that mythos.
So I'm still at a -1 because I'm still carrying this burden of people not remembering me from the TV show.
Oh boy.
I will say you can have a +1
Mr. Big Stuff.
Because God damn it. You can have a +1 because of what Mirka said about the Dream Binder.
So it's just a straight roll.
Angus is intrigued by that. Yeah, straight roll. Let's just see what happens.
It's an 8.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, it's a 9 because it didn't correct that low self-worth thing.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a 9. Awesome. I mean, I like being around places like this.
Yeah.
All the kids are super imaginative, you know, like it's really satisfying to be around that many cool ideas and this many stories.
I mean, when you think about it, like this guy, Prosper, wanted to make dreams come alive, but kids are dreams come alive. You know? I mean, they just have that energy like all the time.
We have this group twice a week, and you'd be welcome to come and help us out with the kids. It would be a lot of fun for you, and we could keep this running, and you could keep feeding your dreams.
Yeah, come feed off these kids. Wait. It sounds wrong, but it's okay.
It's okay. It's not how it works. I know what you meant. Okay. Yeah, I think I could do that. I am going to need my Dream Binder back, though, because the whole part about opening portals between my world and your world, kind of what got us into this whole mess in the first place. So I'm going to need that back so that I can fix it.
I look over at everybody to see if they agree.
Do it.
Yeah.
And I whip out the staff and hand it to him.
Awesome. And he takes it in his hands and invites all of you to basically just hold on to the staff along with him. Close your eyes. And you see flash before you a vision of Tommy, your friend from the queue, delivering a masterful presentation before the city planning committee of what it is about the queue that needs saving, what about it needs that historic landmark designation. You can see the heads of the people sitting around the table nodding and writing down notes. You see a couple people like leaning towards each other as if to discuss the different points that she's making. And you hear Angus whisper next to you all, all right, just like this. If you can dream it, you can make it come true. So you need to think about what it is that you want the most out of this. You can describe what it is that you have the others see.
I'm waiting.
Nose goes. We're really at a standoff for this, huh?
Just imagine it's like when you're
I've
telling
got something. I
kids
just want to let you guys go first.
I don't want to go first. Emery, you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mirka.
So I am imagining the queue remaining open. I'm imagining the lives that we're changing and these kids growing up and coming back to help future generations of kids with mythos learn to be successful in living with them and embracing that in themselves and not running from it.
Oh, I'm frozen.
Oh my god. Oh, should we wait for you to come back? All right, I can. Oh man. The queue staying open for one. And let's see what else. Like, I don't know, kind of all of everybody that's like associated with the queue and like works for the queue and stuff being able to kind of connect, I guess. I'm being able to like, I don't know, kind of connect and being able to like be more, you know, interpersonal and closer as people.
I see the queue remaining open like everybody else, but also the funding increases. And the basement becomes nicer than a normal basement. And I'm picturing like our group that originally got us together, you know, not just helping the kids, but the ones for people who are dealing with their own mythoi, and, you know, and Tommy's there. And all these other new folks are being brought in because of it. And in the middle of like this circle of chairs, Timmy is on the floor with a piece of paper drawing with a really dark black crayon.
And next to where Timmy is, you see Nancy sitting at a table, basically like distributing art supplies to the kids, helping them out when they need help, you know, writing their names in their little kid handwriting because they're just beginning to learn what letters are.
And Tiffany and Stephanie changed their majors to nonprofit organization.
Oh God.
Nice.
No,
and they work for the queue now.
Too much. That's just too much.
And the kids don't like them that much, but
internship.
it's, you know.
Tiffany and Stephanie are off drinking hot chocolate full of their little like horse mouths. So yeah, they're having fun with that. So
They're
you
still
all
horses?
are imagining what you were hoping the most for the future of this organization, the future of yourselves as a group and of the kids that come here to find a place where they belong. And you hear his voice go, all right, you dreamed it. Now it's time to wake up. And you hear that snapping sound. Angus is gone. The dream binder is gone. And Ariel is sitting behind the computer desk again. Oh, good, you're here. Oh, it's wonderful. We just got the phone call from the City Planning Commission. They are actually getting ready to go ahead with the historic designation.
Wow.
Did
That's
you
great. That's like
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's like a dream come true.
I'm gonna punch you.
You're gonna ruin it.
Well, I normally wouldn't be inclined to say so, but yes, it's definitely a start. We've got a long way to go. We've got our work cut out for us heading into fundraising season. We're gonna have a bunch of building renovations we need to do, but we still have the space. It's a start.
Yeah, it is. And I touched my pocket to see if the crayon's still there.
Crayon is still there. Crayon is
Oh
still
my
there.
God.
Nice. That's good. That's good. Why don't we go check on the kids?
Probably a good plan. Let's see what's
Go
going
down
on.
the basement's on fire.
Oh boy. Why?
They've been unattended for weeks.
Oh God. What have we done?
You go down to the basement. It is the very typical monthly or weekly meeting of all of the brownies coming together. What is it that you want for these kids to be doing? What are they working on? What are they practicing? How are you helping them out today?
I think for Isaac's part, and everyone can have a different thing they want to emphasize. I think Isaac is teaching them, not in so many words, but about like self-control and how we have the ability to choose. You know, we don't have the power to change everything, but we can make small decisions that are good decisions. And that's what what he would be working on with them. Probably with puppets.
Nice.
Nice. Little handmade. Little sock puppets.
Like
That's
paper
so
bag
fun.
puppets. Yeah.
Oh, those are fun.
These are-
So
yeah.
good.
And they make that obnoxious crinkling. Like,
Mhm.
hmm. If I guess self-control is going to be kind of the central theme of that day. Very seemingly very out of character for Robin. He has got his little corner going on, and he's kind of helping, like he's teaching the brownies little like meditation exercises for when they get very emotionally overwhelmed, little breathing exercises that they can do when they are getting stressed or frustrated, like teaching them to breathe in, breathe out, like count to 10, see how you're still feeling after that. Making little like those stress balls that they'll make out of like sand and like in a water balloon with a rubber band. They're making those, but there's like a couple of popped. There's sand everywhere. They're working on it. It's it's fine.
Excellent.
I'm gonna do art therapy, but I'm going to hide the paint thinner.
That's probably a good idea, especially considering that Timmy is among us today, and Timmy is here.
And I think that instead of fears today, they're drawing like hopes, right? Like
Mhm.
ideas,
Mm-hmm.
happy things.
Yeah, I think what they want to see the future look like, probably where we'll start with drawing.
It's mostly flying cars, but I mean, they're kids.
And those are cool. And those are
Yeah.
cool.
Those are so rad.
And as you're working along with the kids, you notice in the back of the room, just sort of like leaning against the wall, smirking like they do, a teenage boy who looks very, very familiar. Kind of just fiddling with this little wooden flute holding in hands that's carved with a map of the city, lines different connecting it. And he looks up at you and just winks. And that is where we're going to end our story. Thank you all
Yay.
so much for playing this game. It was great to have you. I hope that you had fun. I know for me at least, this is a story that has been kicking around in my brain in one form or another since 2014. It started out as a story idea for NaNoWriMo, where you write a novel in the month of November. Didn't end up becoming a novel, turned into a D&D campaign setting thing that never happened, and now it's a City of Mist game that has happened. So thank you all so much for playing this. I really loved the different aspects you all brought to your characters and the creativity and the fun, and Timmy and the Crayon of Darkness is definitely going in future games that I run. So if you have like a little epilogue or something that you want to share for your character, or any final thoughts that you have about the system or character moments that you had with other people, City of Mist actually has a move called Geek Out during credits, which is just a thing, like the debrief basically. So let's geek out during some credits.
That's so
Do you have
cute.
anything else you want to talk about with regards to the game and the characters and everything? And then we'll do some outros.
I'll talk first. Sure.
All right.
I loved how quickly, a lot of this is credit to Anna for being the storyteller, but I love how quickly we went from, oh, we're failing at everything, this is horrible, to, I guess, like redemption or whatever, and just pulling it right up. And I love the story made room for that, and that it's built in a way where stuff like that can happen and where we can all contribute to the story. And so that was great. I really loved it. I'm so glad I got the core rulebook. I have it. I'm looking at it right there. And I'm definitely planning on playing it again. And I might even play as Isaac again. I think Isaac in the future, I mean, he dedicates his life to helping kids who are learning to handle those abilities and differences and changes within them. Because I don't know if anyone did that for him. And so like, he sees that as his chance. So he just stays at the queue. He probably stays in that like mid-level, not quite senior manager, but like somewhere in there. Maybe eventually he moves off the morning shift. And yeah. Or he goes to a conference that works.
Yes. He goes to a conference and does not get dropped during the trust fall.
There you go.
Not that I'm saying this from personal experience or anything like that, but there's really nothing like it.
Really sort of ruins it. I mean, that's the whole point.
Yeah, it defeats the whole purpose of the exercise. Yeah.
Oh no. Can I just say, Isaac is so fun. I love him.
You guys are so fun. This whole crew is great. And Tommy, if you're watching this, we miss you too.
We do miss you.
Cool,
yes. Hope you're feeling better. But yeah, we had to have Tommy giving that presentation. That was her whole thing. With like, no, I'm gonna do this the local government or bust way. Yes.
For like a split second, when you said Tommy, I heard Timmy, and I was really confused for like.
Oh God,
like,
I didn't even think about that.
I misheard it, and then I was just like, this doesn't make sense. I'm pretty sure that I misheard it. But if I can contribute to the Geek It Out, I had a lot of fun with this. I think especially just kind of like our group dynamic, our party dynamic was very interesting to me. I feel like everybody was like so different in terms of like what they were able to bring to the table, and that was kind of my like favorite part of it. I feel like for Robin and what Robin is doing now is probably a little bit more associated with the queue, because like for a while he was doing multiple jobs and stuff like that, and I feel like he would have probably tried to focus a bit more on the queue and giving it kind of more of his like time and effort, and maybe also kind of trying to not reconnect with Morgan, but kind of try to clear away some of the awkwardness that's on the table and just be like, things are really weird right now, but like I would like to not have things be super weird between us at the very least. So I feel like that's kind of where he's at, but I had a lot of fun with this.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Like so much fun with this. I think Mirka has the most to process after this whole dream world thing. After leaning into her mythos, after breaking her sobriety, you know, all of the stuff it's going to be a while before she's going to be okay enough to do much of anything outside of just the normal, because those were big pieces of herself that she gained and or lost. And the things that she thought she knew about her mythos just completely changed, because for the last, couple of years, she hasn't been able to get intoxicated. She would try to drink something and it would turn into something not intoxicating. So yeah, I think that's where she's going in the immediate, is to recover from all of this.
Yeah. The stop holding back role that you did there was amazing. Like, to me, that's one of those like very cinematic, but it gets me every time, like, moves in City of Mist. And sometimes, like, if we were playing this for a longer campaign, there's actually stuff in the book which you can read for yourself. There's also a lot of the free handout information on their website as well. I'll put a link in the Discord if you want to learn more about it. But when you do stop holding back, it's usually something that results in losing one of your power cards and gaining one of the different types. So if you're leaning more into a mythos, you end up losing one of your logos cards. And like that happened with the character, that I had played in a different campaign as well. So just like really leaned into that mythos, and it was like, well, you were slightly less who you were before that now. But yeah, it's a really interesting mechanic. I love it so much. Alrighty then, we'll go ahead and go around, do some outros. You can tell us who you are, where to find you online, and if you have any projects or things that you'd like to plug. We'll go ahead and start with Ace and then go around, what is that, counterclockwise. So I'll go last.
All right. Woo. Hello, I'm Ace. I use he, him pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at the Star Blaster. That's kind of where I post a lot about all of my projects going on. You can also catch me my radio show 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, kumm.org or 89.7 FM. That is where you can find me and all the things that I'm doing. So yeah.
Very excellent. And Emery, how about yourself?
I am Emery, he, him pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at I am that bean too. And I don't really have anything much to plug. I'm just trying to survive the hellscape that is 2020 at the moment, and teaching 2 kids Algebra 1, which I will not go into because I didn't like Algebra 1 when I took it. So if I survive this year, I don't know, you might see me doing some more things. So that's pretty much all I got. Go vote.
Yes, go vote.
Be like
Remember,
Isaac.
be like Isaac.
Be like Isaac. Go vote.
Support your local postal workers, some of whom may have the ability to travel between the dream world and the waking world.
Nancy wants you to vote.
Nancy does want you to vote. Make Nancy proud.
Thank you,
Nancy.
Yes.
I'm Doc Rimbo. I'm Justin, but I'm Doc Rimbo here on Twitch, and that's the name of my Twitch channel too. And in other places, I have a new campaign using Cult Divinity Lost coming up that I'm really excited about, but we don't have details quite yet, so I can't share where or when or whatever, but that'll be super fun. I'm looking forward to that, and then we'll see what else I've got going on. In the meantime, on my channel, I'm probably way too much streaming Wild RP, which is a Red Dead roleplay server full of these amazing people and this absolute ridiculousness. I had one character until recently when I not rolled up because I don't use dice, but I created my second character who's a 14-year-old girl named Princess Biscuits, who runs around and is basically a street urchin hooligan. And she talks like this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's great fun. Yeah.
So
yeah, Princess Biscuits. Come see Princess Biscuits on my Twitch channel.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Oh man. Oh, and I am Anna, she, they pronouns, and you can find me online at Nymeria941. I've been your GM for this City of Mists game. Other places that you can find me, I play in Bloody Portrait, which is over on Chromatic Chimera. We're actually going to hop over and raid them because they are playing an awesome 13th Age Madame Curio's Bizarre Bazaar that should be getting started very shortly. So stick around if you want to check that out. But I will be on Chromatic Chimera on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern playing in Bloody Portrait. It's a Zweihander game about vampires in Renaissance Florence, and I am playing a character that has just recently made her first pact with a demon. It's going great. Other places that you can find me, I'm going to be on Heroes Sheets, which is a sort of talk interview show on this channel, Heroes Without Limits, next Thursday at 9:30 p.m. So I'm going to be answering all of your questions about tabletop role-playing games and anything else you want to ask me. So please, if you have questions, like message them to me or drop them in the Heroes Sheets channel of the Discord, because I would love to be able to answer your questions, if only you can ask them. So that will be great. And in addition to that, I am a developer and editor for Flames of Freedom, which is another Zweihander game. It takes place during the American Revolutionary War. It's on Kickstarter now, and we just hit our stretch goal to get custom-made dice, which is really exciting. So
it already kicked its starter. That starter got kicked.
Indeed. So that's going really well. Check that out. We have quick play guides available. All of our PDFs are also going to be completely screen reader accessible. We have friendly font sizing and dyslexic friendly font type things. So definitely go check that out. I'm gonna be GMing an adventure of that coming up very soon. I will have more details about that very soon. So thank you all so very much for watching this show. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you are watching a VOD or a YouTube video, thanks for sticking around until the end, and we will see you all later on the internet. Have such a good night.
Keep waving, never stop. Always waving.
Just smile
Always
and wave,
Jazz
boys.
hands.
Smile and wave.
Cramping up.